This is one of the reasons why we are here today, because of one of my anecdotal references that exists at present. I am seeing that it could lead to that end. Yes. You see, so it is good that people are coming out and people are talking and expressing and recognizing, hopefully, that they're not alone.
This police response is also popular. We had a sounding board on Facebook. We had other media that we attended to. You're proud, you have ego, you feel embarrassed, but still report it, because that's your only legal strength, your only way to get a solution that does not escalate into chop up in the bathroom.
Right. You know that policemen are macho men.
I know, of course they are.
So how are you going to retrain a macho man?
No, well, if you are a victim and you go and the policeman laugh and say, oh, I'm to you, boy, and any woman beat you, you say, okay, fine, I would like a report, and you walk out and you go your business. Forget about it.
And get a receipt from the report.
Get a receipt.
Because in the eyes of the law, everybody is supposed to be equal.
That's exactly.
Right. And the gentleman is perfectly right. If the woman goes and takes the money out of your account, when she, in her mind, she already knows, well, if you want to go to the police report, you'll see what the upper hand is.
Exactly.
That is it.
So you have to challenge it through your decision to say, I'm going to do it.
You see, something needs to be done. And nothing is being done from Ministry of Gender Affairs or from the Ministry of National Security or any level.
I was thinking also at the level of the education system. Okay, so we have a gender studies department on the campus, and I don't know that there is any component that treats with this as an issue in and of itself.
Hopefully we're able to take it further.
But we needed to be able to address this as a separate component of gender.
And of Trinidadian and Caribbean, but Trinidadian and Tobagonian society.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're still taking your calls. 222-TALK, 222-8255. We're discussing violence against men.
Yeah.
And all that.
Some people reason, violence against women.
And violence against women. But that, but of course, the violence against the violence against men is the more invisible of the two.
What's the volume when you're calling us? Good morning.
So that's going on now. Wendell and Dr. Job and
Yeah. Good morning. What's your volume on your radio, please?
Yeah. Turn down the volume a bit on your radio, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Rhona.
Yes. Good morning. Go ahead. What's your point?
What would be the end of that research? You spoke about education, and there are no proponents of that education aspect in the gender affairs department. Where will it all end?
We are hoping at least, should we embark on a research project such as this, we are hoping that the end result would be to influence policy.
And actually, the word end isn't so much suitable in the situation. It's an ongoing process of transformation. So, I mean, it's not going to be like, oh, there's a solution and it's solved. I mean, remember, you're asking people to change their attitudes, their opinions, their what we call ontology, their way of being, and that is going to be ongoing for years to come.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I don't think it's that women abuse men. I think it's that they aggravate them. And if they change the term, abuse and aggravate, the police will be more willing to listen. So that's a consideration. Thank you.
Well, I don't know if I disagree with you. I have lined in some spots where I have seen some women who have beaten men.
Because the men would want it back.
And I'm like, well...
No, some of the men can't, eh?
No,
exactly. Let's
call. Good morning. They are very scary, trust me.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
I am calling, right now I am thinking whether to end my marriage because my husband, he verbally abuses me and tell me hurtful things. And I am a quiet person, and if I answer him back, it will cause more problems. So I'm thinking whether to leave or to stay with him. I have 2 sons, and I really don't know what to do right now.
Have you sought counseling?
A couple of years back. But it's like the same, he's a person like what I must say, he doesn't have patience. He'll get angry fast. If he's speaking to you, you have to wait till he finishes saying something to make your point. And it's like sometimes when he's talking, it's like sometimes he doesn't, like he doesn't to say anything. Because it's like,
well, I would suggest you probably at this point check family services They are attached to the Ministry of Social Welfare. It's free. Even if he doesn't want to go, you can go, and at least you can have somebody, a professional, discuss it and map out a way forward. Because your quality of life as a human being is the most important thing. And obviously you're unhappy. So you need to map out a practical way forward.
Like normal, like if they didn't say anything to hurt you. That's the part I understand.
Yeah. Don't wait for it to escalate into violence.
Physical violence.
Yeah, check family services. They should be able to at least provide professional counseling in terms of discussing it with you.
Hi, good morning. Sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to comment on the language change. I mean, as a partial linguist, the language change can make a difference in terms of consciousness raising. But in terms of getting assistance or getting recourse or whatever it is for the problems that you encounter, we would have to compare that to the legislative language. What is abuse, what is whatever. But definitely the caller has a good point. From the point of consciousness raising and connecting with people, we will be open.
All right, let's take our final call for the morning. Good morning.
Hi, morning.
Morning.
Good morning to the entire panel. You're doing a wonderful job. I just want to bring into the light that these things, in terms of abuse, are generational, transcending elements in our society. That starts at home. They are in school. They teach girls not to hit boys, not to hit girls, but they don't teach girls not to hit boys. It's improper even at that level, and they don't have it in their little minds and their very impressionable minds that they are not to hit boys.
It's taken for granted that girls would not hit boys. The ultimate assumption or normative assumption.
Being the weaker sex.
Yes, yes.
Right? But these things are generational, and these things breed the level of violence that we see young men have against women sometimes because of the growth pattern, because of the culture within the homes and in the community. And that is my contribution this morning, that if you're trying to deal with it from an adult point of view, it's not that the horse has already bolted the stable. It's just that it's so late in coming. You know, it's so late in coming. Rather than we try to inbreed that from the younger years, we wait until it reaches to the adult level to try to deal and treat with it, and it's already far gone. You understand?
All right. Thank you.
So I thank you all for bringing this to light this morning, and that's my contribution. I hope some sort of reprehensive good comes of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
I suppose that's a lead into the educational system at a fundamental level, whether it's primary school or secondary school. And to me, it's never too early to start.
Of course.
In terms of dealing with these social normatives that need to be addressed in how we deal with each other.
Yeah, you see,
in terms of bullying, in terms in terms of all of that, in the culture of violence that manifests itself in video games and manifests itself even in cartoons. It manifests itself in music.
Everything, every aspect.
So there has to be a way that is rebalanced. I'm not necessarily one for censorship, but how do you rebalance the messages that are out there in a way that the educational system treats with in a contemporary sense?
Yeah,
and a lot of times I don't know that any classroom plays a song by Vibes Cartel, or shows your video game and says, let's talk about what we're seeing here.
Yeah, that's entering in the realm of popular culture and trying to contend with the power of popular culture.
To balance what this is as entertainment vis-a-vis real life and your social contract.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of that is not being done.
Let God.
I do subscribe to the prayer, Dr. Joe. In addition to all these, the recommendations that have come
Secular
forward,
recommendations.
it's not going to come about without an
intervention and prayer too, depending on whatever religion you are.
Yes.
In addition, we have to appreciate that gender and sex as biological category is a master status. They are master statuses, what we really rely on to feel certain about ourselves. And we are trying to enter and change things about what gender stands for. In terms of popular culture, we have reinforcement, we have changing, we have all kinds of things that come through there to make everybody feel normal.
Yeah.
And so it is a challenge, and we appreciate that challenge.
All right.
Yeah. So we have, I know we have to wrap it up at about now, so we are closing off. I don't know if you have it. I mean, I just want to mention one thing, the whole issue of like the police and the institutional arrangements, because when you have police officers, for example, the current acting commissioner is Stephen Williams, he's off Trinidad. So he would have that culture, vis-a-vis, which is why I always prefer a foreign police commissioner like Mr. Gibbs. So I think when you come from a culture that's already has the institutional arrangements in place, in terms of that culture, that they can somehow initiate the thinking and discourse.
Yeah, but it's not as straightforward and as easy as that. You see what happened to Mr. Gibbs, because our culture, our police culture in this country is one of violence, based on, of course, the plantation.
Well, it appears so. Let us not accuse
corruption and
all of that.
And mediocrity.
Mr. Gibbs, he was probably violated in the worst possible way because he could not re-engineer the thinking and the culture
of the police, which is about mediocrity and corruption.
I shall say of people. But you have a great point. Sometimes if you're an outsider, you can in fact, make a change. But cultural change starts from beneath and
that's right,
above.
not at that level.
It is interrelational.
But I have to put in a word here, because I honestly believe that the facts of the matter suggest that we are all here this morning ignoring a profound and important foundation of roles that come out of the Bible, the Quran, the Gita. There are people here who are Salafists. There are people here who believe that the Code of Manu says that a woman should first of all be subject to her husband, and then to her father, and then to her husband, and if he dies, to her sons. You have a whole lot of, and these things have their reaction. That a lot of women now say, I'm tired of this.
Those are the norms that we are addressing.
I'm fed up with this subjugation, this patriarchal tyranny. You understand? And then they have education. They go, you really have degree.
Right.
Some of them
I have to wrap up now. Anything you want to say before you go?
Our final word is we want to thank everyone for sharing their stories and giving us narratives as a point of departure. We'd also like to encourage those who report to still report despite the backlash and the challenge and the masculinist, response. And we look forward to taking it further, having empirical evidence to somehow initiate some type of policy change. And we thank you for the opportunity to make the invisible visible.
Okay, I just want to add my thanks to Suan, and she has articulated very well what I myself would have said. We thank everybody, those who have participated, those who have listened, and yes, we want to take this thing further. Thank you.
All right.